Hey there, Guardians. Mr. Chuckles here with episode 2 of Tips and Tricks for the Crucible. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the map Blind Watch. We're going to be covering the locations of the control points, where heavy ammo spawns, what your weapon choice should look like, and what perks you're going to want on those weapons. Alright, let's get started with the control points. There is A, B, and C. C being the best checkpoint. If you spawn at A, you just basically want to don't touch it, run straight to C, run along the edge. The enemy team, if you spawn at A, is going to be spawning at C, and they're going to be rushing inside to B, so C is usually open if you run straight for it. B is very hard to hold, so what you want to do is you want to have one person grab C, and then all of you book it in to grab B, and then at all costs, like you can see right here, just snipe C, throw grenades, do anything you can to hold it. I would avoid going out the back door just because it is really easy to get shot from a lot of different directions. Alright, now let's talk about weapon choice. I prefer a sniper on this map, simply because you don't have to, there's so many tight spaces when you're inside the building where people can just blast you with a fusion rifle or a shotgun. So this allows me to keep my distance, and as you can see, they really can't do much if you are decent with the sniper. Just sit back and shoot them in the face. For snipers, the perks that I recommend are just perks that I would be aware of. Look for on a sniper rifle so you know what's good. Perfect balance is amazing. Stability is key to a great sniper rifle. Field Scout is also a pretty good perk, unless of course you have the final round, then they kind of counteract each other. Spray and play is also great. I have that on my sniper rifle. It's fantastic. You'll see me a couple times throughout this video actually shoot boxes, hoping that my bullets go through because the armor-piercing round's on. I was unaware that they actually patched that and is no longer available in PvP, which is quite sad. The only reason I only recently found that out is because I sucked with the sniper for a long time, and I've only recently got decent with it, so kind of behind the game. Other than that, though, that's definitely, you see right here, you see me trying to shoot him through the wall, doesn't do anything, doesn't work. So if you see armor-piercing round, just know that it is now useless in PvP, so look for something better in your middle tree. Alright, let's talk about your machine gun. Well, at least that's what I prefer. If you want a rocket launcher, I can make a video on what you should look for in a rocket launcher, but when it comes to machine gun, if you see the rodeo perk, which is amazing, Field Scout or Hammer Forge, make sure you definitely keep that. That thing is gold. Perfect balance and crowd control is also. If you can get Hammer Forged with crowd control and rodeo, that is going to be a beast machine gun. As for hand cannons, there's a couple different. I would either go with either a hand cannon or probably a scout rifle. I honestly don't use scout rifles, so I don't know what perks you should look for. I can definitely pick one up though at the Crucible or the Vanguard and let you guys know what a good scout rifle should look like. But as for a hand cannon, if you find a hand cannon with luck in the chamber, crowd control, or outlaw, you're set. That gun will be amazing. Or of course, if you have the last word of Thorn, definitely just stick with. You can use those. Those things tear things up. Or anything that you guys find in the Iron Banner, you can go through and just re-roll. That's how I have a lot of my PvP weapons. Like you see me using the spear right now. One thing I forgot to mention on the sniper actually is, most people think, why would you want a low zoom on a sniper rifle? The lowest zoom is the best option for the sniper rifle. It allows you to, you can see everybody just fine, but it makes it to where you're not completely just have tunnel vision on one target. So, look for anything with, it's called snapshot scope. It'll have a couple different names other than that, but it will stay snapshot and good for experienced people. You don't need to be experienced, it's just a closer range sniper, and most of the maps are small anyway, so you will be fine using that scope. And I guarantee you, your sniping game will go up 100%. You do that, you increase your sensitivity to 10. It's not like other first-person shooters where your gun's gonna be flying across the screen, so definitely increase your sensitivity, and make sure you use that perk as well, the snapshot. So now, if you want to use a shotgun, I definitely don't prefer a shotgun on here, but I know some people do, and I've watched a lot of people be really good with it, so if you're going to use a shotgun, you're definitely going to want to avoid being outside. You want to stay inside the room, sneak around, and just blast people in the face. You'll see it happen to me later on. I made the mistake of walking up on some dude, and he just catches me in the face with a shotgun. So, shotguns, you're going to want to look for luck in the chamber, final round, full auto. If you get shot package, that thing is going to be amazing. That's like the best perk that you can get for a shotgun, so definitely look out for that. Crowd control or hammer forge. If you find any of these, if you can find any weapon with 2 of any of the perks that I just listed, you're going to be in good shape for PvP. As for fusion rifles, I think fusion rifles are a lot better than shotguns on here, so if you're not going to the sniper, I would recommend a fusion rifle. If you can get hip fire, that is perfect. 95% of the time I will fire from my hip with fusion rifle. Also, rangefinder is decent on it. Fitted stock is good. Accelerated coils, if you can reduce your charge time, that's the biggest thing about fusion rifles, is having a long charge time. So sometimes you can bring it down by nearly half. And by far my favorite perk on fusion rifles is armor piercing rounds. And you're thinking, how does that work? Literally, if you shoot 2 people in a row, you will blast your both people and kill both of them at once. I will have a clip at the end of this video showing you me doing that and just how insanely overpowered armor piercing rounds on a fusion rifle is. So if you find that, do not get rid of that thing. That is gold. And one of my favorite perks, personally, on any weapon really, is Grenadier. Just because I love being able to just throw grenades at everybody whenever I want. So if you find that and you guys are a fan of grenades, that's definitely a fun perk too. Alright, let's talk about heavy ammo. You guys have already saw the 1 heavy ammo spawn right down here in this little room. Right there by that pillar. And there's actually one out there by A. It's sitting in the middle of the room. Blade Dancer, we killed each other. So I made the mistake of using my super earlier. You guys saw me waste that. If you ever have your super, be conscious of the heavy ammo spawns. I mentioned in the last video what the times were, being at 9 minutes, 5:55, and at 3 minutes. Honestly, you usually get your super right around heavy spawns, maybe like 30 seconds before. So unless you have a pretty good multi-kill... Oh, here I get blasted in the face by a shotgun. So unless you have like a pretty good multi-kill, or you know you can get a lot of kills with it, what I would do is I would actually save it. And what I should have done, instead of activating it to try and kill that one guy that was at checkpoint C, I should have actually ran to their heavy ammo out there and used my super to control their heavy ammo. We would have had... I mean, we're already winning by 2,000, but we probably could have been winning by a lot more. So if you have your super, be conscious of where their team is at and try and use your super to control the rest of the map, whether it's a checkpoint or whether it's heavy ammo. It really can change the tide of a battle. Especially if, say, you're on A, right? And you want to get into C. That'll help you control C just by eliminating them at their heavy ammo. So here's that clip I was mentioning right here, where I basically just annihilate the people with armor-piercing rounds. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys want to continue seeing stuff like this, just leave a comment below or hit the subscribe button. Alright, thanks guys. Until next time.